First person voted out of Survivor China. Vindrith.
Vindrith sighs and gets up, while Ebony shakes her head in disappointment. Garth and Alex smile as Vindrith puts his torch down next to Justin. Justin then snuffs the torch, and Vindrith heads out, telling them all good luck at these next immunity challenges. Annalise breathes out in relief and Alec continues to smile. Justin then tells the tribe to head back to camp, so they all start making their way back.
Second person voted out of Survivor China. Preston.
Many people are in shock over the blind side, and Hannah gets up with Preston to hug him, telling him she had no idea about this. Fabian looks around in confusion, eventually asking Adam if he knew about this, and he shakes his head. Daniela looks at David, nodding at him. Preston then puts his torch down and Justin snuffs his torch. He then heads out and Hannah puts her head down. Fabian continues to look around the tribe in confusion, and Shelby breathes out heavily, just as confused. Justin then tells the tribe to head back to camp, so they all make their way back.
Third person voted out of Survivor China. Fabian.
Adam immediately shakes his head and Hannah looks around, squinting her eyes. Fabian sighs out loud and gets up, stating out loud that he's very confused by Daniela's gameplay so far. Daniela stares forward and Fabian puts his torch down next to Justin. Justin snuffs his torch, so Fabian then heads out without another word. Justin then turns to the rest and tells them to head back to camp, and he also tells Steph she may also head back to camp.
Fourth person voted out of Survivor China. Anna.
Anna smiles and she then stands up to go grab her torch. Daniela breathes out and Adam looks down at the ground. Maria then gets up and hugs Anna, apologizing to her, and then Anna goes over and places her torch next to Justin. Justin snuffs her torch, and she then heads out. Justin then faces the rest, telling them to walk back to camp, so they all begin making their way back.
Fifth person voted out of Survivor China. Ebony.
Ebony gets up out of her seat and Rachel hugs her first, and then Annalise gives her a hug afterwards, saying she'll miss her. Meanwhile, Alec gives a nod to his allies, and Steph frowns as she watches Ebony place her torch down. Justin then snuffs her torch, and Ebony turns around and says she truly can't wait to meet all of them on the outside. They all say goodbye to her and she makes her way out. Justin then tells everyone to head back to camp so the next group can come in, so they all start heading out.
Sixth person voted out of Survivor China. Kevin.
Kevin sighs out loud and laughs uncomfortably, claiming he never expected this to happen. Daniela says sorry to him and he says it's all good. It's just a game in the end. Hannah breathes out and leans forward, relieved she survived. Roland then turns to Maria, and Maria gives a quick nod to him. Kevin then puts his torch down and Justin snuffs it. He then makes his way out, and Daniela tells everyone that this is the group that will succeed moving forward. They all agree, and Justin then sends Fung back to camp, so they all start heading back.
Seventh person voted out of Survivor China. Sarah.
Sarah then gets up along with Garth and Julian, and both guys hug her as she prepares to get her torch. Maria then breathes out and Daniela smiles, telling her to relax. Sarah then goes to grab her torch and she places it next to Justin. She watches her torch get snuffed and she starts making her way out. Julian breathes out and Garth shakes his head in annoyance. Justin then tells everyone to go make their way back to camp, so they all start heading out.
Alec. Which means eighth person voted out of Survivor China. Annalise.
Annalise gets up out of her seat with a grin and she tells Alec good job. Alec then asks her if her idol is real, but she giggles and says it was fake all along. Betty's jaw drops and Hannah breathes out and readjusts herself on her chair. Steph admits out loud that she's in shock, and Annalise puts her torch down next to Justin. Justin snuffs her torch, so she turns around, tells everyone to have fun, and then she walks out. Rachel sighs and Alec thanks the tribe for voting for him. Justin then tells everyone to head back to camp, so they all start making their way back.
Ninth person voted out of Survivor China. David.
Shelby immediately breathes out heavily, and Daniela squints and looks around the tribal. David gets up out of his seat and he wishes his friends luck. Maria meanwhile leans on her hand, unable to look at anyone. Julian looks at Garth and they both smile after the unexpected Phoenix battle. David then places his torch next to Justin, and Justin snuffs the torch. David then waves goodbye to everyone and makes his way out, while Daniela stares at the floor, disappointed by this tribal. Justin then tells everyone to make their way back to camp, so they all begin heading back.